Right, good evening everyone. Welcome to tonight's Standing Advisory Council on Religious Education meeting. Item 1 on the agenda is the appointment of a chair. So
I move Councillor Skelton.
Thank you. So, Councillor Skelton, would you like to take over from this point, please?
Yes, I'm happy to do that.
Thanks.
Thank you. Right, we also, of course, need to appoint chairs for groups A, B and C. So can I ask for a nomination for chair of group A, please?
Do you want to remind people which group's which?
Can do in just a moment.
So, Group A are Christianity and other world faiths.
I haven't mentioned it to her beforehand, but Eve was doing this last time, and is she willing to do it again?
Eve's indicated in the IM that she's happy to continue or to be appointed as the chair for Group A. So,
right.
Thank you.
In that case, I ought to ask: is anyone else from Group A interested in being the chair, or are they all happy for Eve Thacker to do that job? Everybody is happy with Eve Thacker continuing to be the chair of Group A. Group B is Church of England.
Hello, this is Alison Brown speaking. I think there's only Viv Lawrence and myself who are currently nominated to be on this committee, and I am just wondering if Viv would be willing to be chair for a while, seeing as I've done it for a time. But I see she's having trouble connecting, so if she's having trouble and to help the meeting, shall I say I'll do it again this time round, but perhaps we'll swap over to Viv at another time.
Yeah, we can always come back to that at
that's
another
fine.
meeting, if that's all right.
If
Thank
people
you.
want to change at another meeting, they can do.
That's fine, we'll do that.
Right, okay then. So we now move on to Group C, the Teachers Association. So I think we have, I'm not sure, I can't remember who did it last time, but we do have Melvin Harris in and out of connectivity.
We have Wendy Hardy as well. Chair, I think we might have to adjourn if that's okay and try and get Wendy back into the call.
Right,
and then
we will adjourn for, what, 5 minutes, 10 minutes? So on my watch there's 6:10, so at 6:20 we will reconvene.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, hopefully that will be enough time to get some more people back onto the call. Okay.
No problem.
Right, we were just doing Group C, Teachers Associations. My memory serves me correctly. So, could we have nomination for the leader of that group, please?
For now,
This
I'll be
group
the
is-
appointed chair. Okay,
Great,
that's
thank
fine.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that way. Thank you for that. So, after that, item 3 is the appointment of the vice chair. Do I
Just
have
done
any nominations, please?
Well, I've never done it, so I'll put myself forward.
Brilliant.
But then,
thank you,
what
Wendy.
happens if I end up not not chair of the group? Would that matter?
We can always revisit that at the next meeting, so
Okay.
we can come back
Okay,
to
I'll
that.
put my name forward then for vice chair.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Right, so we can now move on to any apologies for absence.
Just Anita Matthews. Thank you, Chair.
Right. So there are no late items to be introduced by myself. So we'll move on to item 6, which is any declarations of interest that anyone has. I'll just wait a little bit to allow people to, if they can't speak, type. Hopefully that's an indication that nobody has any declarations of interest. We can now move on to the minutes of the meeting, which were actually held on the 28th of January this year. Any matters arising from them? Is everybody happy that they are a true record?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm having read them again, think they are a true record as well. If anyone disagrees with that, can they speak or indicate now? Okay, I take that as assent then. Are there any matters arising that anyone wishes to bring up from those minutes?
I've just got a point. It's Ranjit Sira here, Chair.
Yes.
It's to the back end of the meeting minutes, 2819, any other business. It was noted that the report was back on the new Secretary of State's desk for discontinuing SACRAs. Is there any update on that? Given the significant educational announcements yesterday and it's kind of in the pipeline?
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
personally haven't heard anything either way on that. I don't know whether Steve Ford has at all.
I haven't. My understanding is that SACRAs will continue in their current form. And certainly the chaos of the recent months, it seems such a long time, doesn't it, since we last met before this crisis. And at the moment, I don't think there have been any significant developments relating to SACRA.
Okay, thank you. Hopefully, Ranjit, that at least partially answers your question.
Okay, a little respite. Thank you.
Right. Does anyone else have any matters arising to bring up? I'll take that as no then. Can we then approve those minutes? If someone would like to say they...
I happily move that.
Thank you, Lucy. Right, that is carried then, unless anybody wishes to disagree. I will take the silence as that's okay with everybody. We'll now move on to item 8 to confirm the SACRE membership for this coming year, also 4-year terms that people have been nominated for. We also note the resignations that there have been since we last met. And also, of course, there are vacancies that are now need to be quite a few filled.
Before we go on to that, it's Phil Royal here, Methodist rep. As Roy Ninkovich has been a member of SACRE for many years, would it be appropriate for a letter of thank you for his service to go out to Roy?
Yes, I've got that written down to actually thank all those who actually have recently resigned for their service. I think a number of them have been on for a while.
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
Particularly a long-serving member. Does anybody know of any changes to the document item A as it is printed here? Nobody else has resigned or anything like that? I presume as well we are writing out to the various groups who have at the moment now not got a representative, so that we can actually fill the vacant positions as well.
Yep, I've been in touch with the vacant positions, the relevant faiths, and then if I don't hear back within a reasonable time frame, I'll be trying to get in touch with someone else from that faith to make sure those get filled as soon as possible, Chair. Thank you.
Right, thank you very much. Okay, with that, can we then approve those that document, the membership?
Agreed.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Does anybody not wish to agree it? Okay, I'll take that as everybody wishing to agree to that.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that brings us to the end of the meeting. Unless anybody else has anything else they wish to briefly add.
Do we have a date? It's Wendy here. Do we have a date for the next meeting?
I've got it here. It's the 26th of January. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Right, with that, I will close the meeting and thank everybody for their forbearance. It has been difficult for quite a number of you.
Thank you, everyone.
Actually get on.
Thanks, Ruth.
Right.
Thanks, Dominic.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Thank you.
See you all.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.